Welcome back! You may have noticed I've been reviewing the Series 1 dragon so far. In my first dragon video, I said I wouldn't be reviewing in order because I wasn't a completist. Well, I feel now it would be a lot easier, both for my own cataloguing as well as for viewer searching, to review in order the dragons that I do have. And today, I hope we'll have a little treat right here. This is the Series 1 Sorcerer Dragon. I was really keen to get him because he's red. And believe it or not, there aren't many McFarlane dragons that are red. Why is this important to me? Well, my first introduction that there were different dragons happened when I started playing a role-playing game called Dungeons & Dragons. Now, this isn't an RPG the way Generation Y might think of an RPG. It's old school, involving pencil, paper, and dice. And in this game, dragons were classified by color, each with its own specialized breath weapon. For example, the green dragon breathes a deadly cloud of chlorine gas. The blue dragon breathes lightning. The white dragon, icy breath. The black dragon, acid. And now here we have the red dragon breathing the more traditional fire breath. There were also a few metallic ones like the copper dragon, the bronze, silver, gold, platinum, which I felt a little far-fetched. And for me, I really wanted those basic colors. So this is the standard McFarlane packaging, and at the back you see the Sorcerer Dragon. Let me read out the information for you. Habitat: thick forests, crafty and have kept alive a system of rune writing. Gain strength through the manipulating, assistance, or control of powers beyond their own natural attributes. So, let's get him open. So here's Sorcerer's Dragon, freed from his plastic prison. Now, the dragon comes in three parts. You have the base, the tail, and then the body of the dragon itself. What I'm gonna do is review them separately because the way these guys put together, once I have him all assembled, it'd be pretty difficult to access some of the detail I wanted to point out. So let's do that. Now, the base itself, as expected, has got the high detail that you'd expect from a McFarlane dragon base. This time we're looking at something very woody. So you've got two tree trunk stumps here, and also if you can see some of the moss and lichen growing from the crevices of this base. So simple enough looking base, but still nicely and intricately sculpted. So that's the base. Now, the second thing I wanted to talk about was the tail. This is a really interesting tail. You can see it's bifid in nature, ending in not one but two tail tips, and this tail actually bends. Yup, you can pose it, and what it's probably got is some sort of wire armature underneath, and so that lends itself to a variety of different poses. Finally, we've got the dragon itself. Now, there is one word I can say about this dragon, and that is majestic. He looks really, really majestic. I love the way he just towers over everything else. When I first saw him, I have to admit I had mixed feelings because I don't really like dragons that are too humanoid, and the Sorcerer's dragons in the series are a little bit too humanoid for my taste. I prefer them to be more bestial in nature, like, well, you know, like nature's own creatures. And second and more problematic for me was, I want you to look at this figure, and then I want you to look at the concept art. There. Now, notice any differences? Anything at all? Here, we have a Sorcerer's Dragon holding what looks like a nicely deep red and multifaceted crystal ball. And even on the McFarlane Dragon website, they show a very nice deep red faceted crystal ball. Now, have a look at this. What the devil is that? I don't know, it looks like a ball of really cheap plastic, and it's not even well painted. Well, I don't know how to put it nicely, it looks like a total piece of crap. It's an eyesore, a real pimple. And so I had to scour the net, trying to buy something that would look decent enough to fit. Not as easy as you might think. And I think finally I have found it. This is a very nice deep red ruby marble, and what I'm gonna do is get rid of this eyesore and then try to affix this to him, and we'll see in a little while how all that looks. Come on. Yes. Well, here he is finally, and I've just got to say, wow. Finally got everything together. I glued the marble into his right palm, and it's drying out even as I speak, and it just looks a lot better than him with this disgusting ball of plastic. He looks majestic. I can't think of a better word to describe it. You really got to see this guy in person to believe it. No regrets whatsoever. Only thing I don't like, again, the translucent wings. I wish they were a bit redder. I wish he looked less humanoid. But you know, when I look at everything else, there's really nothing. There's really nothing I can say about him that, you know, would make him anything less than a must buy. If you get this guy on eBay and the asking price is, I would say, Singapore $40 and below, I think you should get him. This guy looks fantastic from all angles, and again, because of the fact that he's got a bit more articulation than the other dragons, you can pose him any way you want. Even from the back, he looks good. But I'm not going to do that, because the focus, of course, having gone through so much effort, would be his status as a mysterious sorcerer dragon with the red crystal ball. And I think from the front is where I want him posed. In fact, I think he looks so good, but unfortunately he's looking down all the time, so I will probably put him on a top shelf somewhere, looking down at the rest of my collection and giving me his blessings. So that's it for the Series 1, McFarlane Series 1 Sorcerer Dragon, and I'll see you next time.